Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Virgo. And now it is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. It is not going to resonate with each and every one of you who are watching. Also, I am still accepting private reading requests, so if that is something that would interest you, you can send your request to the email address that is in the description box below this video. So let's begin. I feel like there were talks about, uh, or there will be, it may not have happened yet, and if it hasn't happened yet, you need to keep this in mind. Okay, because I feel like a reconciliation, there's an attempt at a reconciliation that falls apart. Okay, I feel like both people could be being a little stubborn, but because you're both in the upright and you both want this opportunity, it's possible that neither one of you is willing to give an inch here. It's possible that, somebody's talking, but somebody's not listening. It could be somebody's unwilling to compromise. I think that if you want this reconciliation to work, then you need to compromise, and you also need to communicate. You need to have that heart to heart. You need to give those feelings a voice instead of keeping them contained and prisoner. That's why these things happen. These upsets happen because you're not really talking about your feelings. You keep them hidden. You keep them inside. You keep the hurt inside. And so you need to start giving those feelings a voice, but you also need to be willing to listen, okay, to the other person's pain or the other person's concern. So, couples work together, not separately. So I feel like this fell apart, the lovers, and you do love each other. And look, there's the Queen of Coins coming up here again. And so, and I say again because she's over here and she's right here. And so, yeah, so it fell apart, this lovers, because it is in the reverse, and and she's looking at it. It fell apart because I think that you guys are just both a little stubborn about communicating your feelings. Maybe you don't do well with feelings. Maybe one of you, him especially, he's not very good at expressing his feelings or dealing with emotions or emotional situations. Maybe he's not very good at expressing his pain or his feelings because the moon sits next to him, you know. But you have swords next to you. And so, I think that he keeps a lot of things hidden with that moon. And so you can't really tell how he feels. And that's largely a part of the problem. He needs to open up about his feelings and how he feels about you, how he feels about things as well. You need to do this also and then come to some type of compromise. Okay, that's what couples do. And so she's looking at the swords, dealing with her inner demons about him because he's not talking, and that makes her kind of clam up and not talk either, or not want to talk. And so that's a recipe for disaster, and that's exactly what happened here, was a disaster. But you both still love each other. And so, let's see if we can start communicating. What needs to end here, because talks did end, but I feel that also what needs to end is the silence. Okay? And start remembering the love and remembering, why you fell in love with this person in the first place. So let's think about that instead. And so, we have the Four of Wands with the Chariot reversed. And the lovers, of course, are in the reverse over here. And so with the Four of Wands, I feel like it's like the next step. It's like you couldn't move forward to the next step because of all these things I just mentioned. Maybe you couldn't compromise on, or maybe actually what I feel is somebody stopped the talks about reconciliation because they couldn't really read the person, so they weren't sure they could rely on what that person was telling them or rely on whether or not they loved them. There's the courtship that was happening or the reconciliation, but Cupid behind his bow holds no arrow. So that's what I think this is about, feelings. And then she's here and she's asking all kinds of questions about this courtship, about this reconciliation, you know, and about, whether or not they really do love her or not. Or maybe there's some other reason they wish to reconcile. So a lot of questions on her mind, and those questions that she's having, those negative thoughts she's having, is stirring up a lot of emotions, and it's causing it caused the distance to grow. Him also, they're both guilty of doing the same thing. So somebody needs to make the first move to open up conversation, to have the heart to heart that is so very much needed here. Okay, so I think she's looking at the idea of doing that. Her, um, I think that there was a tower moment, but she doesn't want the ending, and I don't think he does either. Okay, I feel like you're both just a little upset. Your meeting did not go well. Okay, so it's a meeting or a reunion, conversation of some kind having to do with the reconciliation. It did not go well because the Four of Shields is in the upright, and that's because somebody wasn't willing to open up or compromise, or neither one of them were opening up. Okay, so now there's a lot of fears about what's going to fill the cups in the future. It doesn't feel over, but yet it's like everything is up in the air. That's how it feels. Okay, she wants this new beginning, but she's not sure that she can rely on him. And in part of that is because he's not opening up. Okay, so he doesn't open up. She starts having negative thoughts, and so she doesn't open up either. That's where you stand. But I mean, if this hasn't happened yet, then you know how to handle this. Be the first to open up. Be the first to open up and be ready to listen to them. Let them know that you're ready to listen to them, and that's going to encourage them and help them to open up. That's how you're going to save your relationship. That's how you're going to return to happiness. All the doubts and suspicions will be gone. Okay? You will know how they feel because they're going to tell you, and you're going to see it when they open up their heart and, take all that armor off. The Wheel of Fortune is sitting here just waiting. It's saying that there is an opportunity here. Even though you guys feel like, everything's falling apart, it's not going to work. Well, that's untrue. Okay? And so there is an opportunity here. And clarity about this is coming, but you need to communicate. Okay? That's your challenge. That's your challenge here with this Strength card. The challenge is to get the courage to communicate. And once you start, it's going to get easier. You know, it's going to get easier. I feel like you may not be talking. She's in the reverse, so she might be thinking that, well, maybe he's taken advantage of her or that he's going to. She's not sure she can rely on this. And what I see in the future is that one of you here is going to send off a message. Okay, one of you is going to be the first, and I think it could be her energy because she's studying it. He's a little more closed up, I'm feeling, but I feel like she may make that first move to talk. Still guarded, but I think that once you get the conversation flowing, the healing will begin. So messages in your future of a very serious nature because you're talking about a relationship and you're talking about the hearts of two people. Okay. And so that is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you. Bye for now.